Hi, I'm Evan Pantazi. I want to welcome you to another edition of Q Show Myths and looking at deeper aspects of the martial arts in general, Q Show in specific. Now, there's a topic that's been around for millennia, I guess, and it's the idea of rooting. Now, rooting is adapted mostly in inner arts like Tai Chi, Bagua, maybe even some karate styles like White Crane or Sanchin forms. And this rooting is to develop health and strength and vigor. It's not to fight with. Okay, let's take for example, looking back at the old Bubishi, who had the Dimmak or the Kyusho in mind. Now you'll see two different paradigms in that. You'll see healing and you'll see hurting, okay, or the martial and the health aspects. Now where you see the roots, actual tree, not tree roots, but plant roots, depicted is in the health section, or how to heal the body or how to cure the body. It's the same in the martial arts aspects of it. All right, when you're doing a Tai Chi form or a Sanchin, for example, yes, you're going to root to develop a stronger body and better health attributes. But when you're doing the martial arts, you can't really root. You have to be transitional, you have to be quick. And rooting, if you're bringing your energy down into the ground, well, what's left for the person that you're attacking or your opponent? There isn't. And let's say you're fast enough or maybe talented enough, skillful enough to be able to adapt rooting to a one-on-one situation. You'll never be able to do that with a two-on-one. How about a four-on-one? So rooting is not the martial aspect of this. What it is it's for health. All right. Now, where that came from in the martial aspects, who knows? Maybe the instructors, when they decided to not teach the Kyusho or the Dimmak or the killing aspects of the arts and make it more of a physical exercise, or for the lesser people, not the top student or their family member, not to give them all the secrets, what they did was they developed their roots. So they would be planted on ground so they could never really fully adapt to an instructor that knew what he was doing, that would unroot or unground when they were attacking, to a student who would naturally then fall into what the instructor had told them and do the rooting to try to ward off the attack. Okay, but when you're weighted, you can't develop any power that's going to hurt the opponent, because what's happening is you weight yourself and you plant yourself into the ground. Now if you plant yourself into the ground, you cannot adapt the energy or the penetration into your opponent. And sure, you can do it in dojo tricks and one-on-one. But remember, these old masters, what they did was they took out the striking aspects when you rooted, and they'd do things like chi sao or the tan shao, where you're doing the pushing hands, and exercises like unrooting another person with the push hands. Okay, that's the transition they taught you. They didn't teach you how to fight when you were root. How would you do that? What happens if the opponent stepped off one step to the left? You couldn't transition fast enough to protect yourself adequately. So again, rooting has to do more with the healing arts than it does with the hurting arts. So I just wanted to dispel that. Now, before I cut off here and dispelling this myth, let me talk about Kyusho a little bit. Okay, Kyusho, what the problem is when you're doing standing actions, yeah, you can cause a little pain and dysfunction, even a knockout. But what's happening is you have to use your own personal energy, and the person has to be weaker. Now, when you transition or you move around as you do this, your body's in constant flux. The energy is going to be easily transposed into your partner. Now, if you're using Kyusho, you have to dig deep within the structures. We're not hitting any pressure points or chi meridians. That's all bullshit. What it is you're striking deeper organs, you're striking vascular tissue, nerves, muscles, spindle cells, Golgi tendons. These things are deep in the body, in between muscles and bones, or deeply embedded in the muscle fibers or the tendon fibers. If you're attacking the brainstem, you have to get past the vertebrae, you have to get past the skull, things of this nature. You cannot transition well, okay, in a fight. You can't actually get these targets to work for you. You have to be able to develop your striking ability, your penetrating ability on these vital structures past the surface of the opponent while you're in flux, not while you're rooted on the ground. So again, the old masters, they took away the martial aspects so you wouldn't be able to fight as well by telling you to plant your feet, root to the ground, and develop a strong body. Okay, when you're fighting, you need to be anything but. You need to be transitional. You need to have the power not in your body, because when you're moving fast, especially against multiple opponents, that the actions and the penetration have to come within the arms, hands, and legs, okay, and one at a time, so they can shoot out to different courses in multiple attack, not just planting yourself on the ground and waiting for people to surround you and have at you. All right, so again, don't root, okay, especially for Kyusho. If you want to do it for your health benefits, this is perfect. Your Sanchin, your body will get stronger if you plant your weight into the ground and align your spine and hips and knees properly. Your Tai Chi as well. But again, rooting is for healing, not for martial. Thanks for listening.